If you've been looking for a role model who's killing the game, your search is over.
You know, it's so much of fun to have a companion. I get up at 6:30, go for pickleball with my husband. We fight there. I threaten him. He threatens me. That's life. It's banter.
Yeah. Preeti Chandra is a life coach, a fashion designer, an entrepreneur, and an aerial yoga instructor.
So listen, you can fall in love more than once in your life, okay? Keep that in your mind always.
The same person?
No, with many people also.
Honestly, you'd be lucky if she was your mother-in-law.
I have brought him up in such a manner, I don't think I decide his shirt or his pant or match peno. But a lot of mothers decide even the socks and the underwear.
I know.
Okay? And as a mother-in-law, I don't think I have time.
Splitting the bill on a first date.
I think that's shit. I'm so clear on that. What a loser.
She's dedicated to spreading one clear message. Women are the most powerful, amazing, goddess-like creatures, and men should really catch up.
Men are mediocre and they need to step up a bit. I would like to tell women, you are the Devi of the house. I think women are very, very powerful. And I think women should not underestimate their role in their family lives.
So consider this video your official permission to raise your standards and stop apologizing for who you are.
You definitely marry for love, but you can't marry a loser.
Welcome, Preeti Chandra. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Love Handle, where we get unfiltered about love and relationships. Getting into it, what in your observation is the biggest challenge that young people are facing today in finding life partners?
Girls, yes, are being sensible in choosing their life partner. Mm-hmm. And boys have become a little bit more frivolous. You know, they feel they have all the time in the world. A lot of people have this long list of expectations and things, and I think girls in their 20s have much more expectations, and when they get to their late 20s now, unless it's an arranged marriage and unless it's destiny, by then they learn that it's about how they have grown as a person rather than looking for that list in somebody else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You know, the biggest mistake girls do is think that they can change a family dynamic or they can change somebody's habits. You're not the mother.
My dadi always told me कि प्यार करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. आप किसी अच्छे इंसान से शादी करो, तब प्यार आ जाएगा, बाद में आ जाएगा, अगर आएगा तो don't worry about it. So, like don't worry about all these feelings and emotions. What do you say to that?
So I think Dadi got married at 18.
18, yeah.
So Dadi didn't have that chance
to fall in love. Right.
Dadi was told that you marrying this person और आपको eventually इससे प्यार हो जाएगा. So I just feel like you do have chemistry with some people and you don't have chemistry with some people. I have friends who are in their 20s, I have friends who are in their 30s, and a lot of girls are not married. And sometimes when they're in their late 30s, they're tempted to get married for just the practical reasons. I want to have a child, I'm getting late, I think I should settle down. And my advice is no. You have to have, the basic thing is also chemistry. You have to be attracted to the person. Imagine living 30 years with a person, 40 years with a person. The most handsome and the most attractive man also can be unattractive when you get down to their habits.
Right.
So yes, love is important because love is what is going to give you forgiveness for them. Because each one of us is going to mess up in our marriage and we are going to do things and say things and behave in manners which we need to say sorry for. If you love someone, then you'll make an effort and then you want to make it work. Mm-hmm. So yeah, love for me is important.
Mm-hmm. What is a major red flag जो आपको पहले से ही देखना पड़ेगा and just run away from that situation?
In 1996, when I got married when I was 22, and even today, according to me, you don't want a mama's boy. ठीक है? That according to me, you know, it has to be someone who has a backbone. Women who project their loneliness in bringing up their children to be part of them it's a very sad story. And luckily I'm not married to a mama's boy. You know, there's a tendency you want to be your best when you're dating or when you're courting someone, and you know, but no, don't be your best. Be your worst. Nahi hone hai na to nahi hoye.
Yeah.
That's my advice to girls and boys. Even the boys who are going out, please don't try and pretend to be something which you can't live up to.
Yeah.
Don't disappoint the person.
Right.
When the mask is off, oof. Imagine being married then
shock.
to that person.
I know.
Yeah, so that's my key advice.
That's really good. So I want you to think of me as your daughter, right? I have not found a life partner. I would like to get married. I would love to have a relationship, like, you know, and get married and stuff, but nahi ho pa raha hai. तो आपको क्यों लगता है ऐसे?
So I wouldn't classify you as someone who's not found one. You're still quite young. What I do see is young people these days, girls in their 20s sometimes who take decisions, and some cases when it doesn't work out, it's once bitten, twice shy. Then you're a little wary of it and you stop dating, you stop going out, you find the whole pool of boys very mediocre.
Yeah.
Yes, men are mediocre and they need to step up a bit. You don't have the time to go hunting, dating. I mean, you can't go to a bar and expect to find a good guy. Marriages are made in heaven. Doesn't mean that you only have to have one marriage in your life.
True.
These days people are
getting remarried.
Yeah, they have the courage to move on if it doesn't work out, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it.
आप अपनी लव स्टोरी के बारे में कुछ बताएंगे?
I think I met Sanjay when I was all of 18.
Really?
Yeah, 18 or maybe even younger than that.
So how did you meet?
We had a common tuition teacher.
Really?
Accounts tuition, and you know, so that's how we met. And he was very decisive about the whole marriage story.
कि मुझे शादी करनी है और आपसे करनी.
I mean, he was all of 23. He's only a year older than me, and I was 22. And he had an elder brother, and I remember my mother-in-law, when he introduced me to her, she says, Ajju ki shaadi karani hai. Ajju's 5 years older. And I looked at Sanjay, I said, best of luck, I'm not waiting. And so he was quite open to it. In fact, it's not like, see, that's what I'm saying, that's another green flag. You don't want to be with someone who's so indecisive कि मैं देखूंगा, सोचूंगा अपने सारे because it's never a right time. When you know, even from your side and even from the boy's side.
Like, when did you fall in love? Did you fall in love like before marriage itself, or was it something that grew over time?
So listen, you can fall in love more than once in your life, okay? Keep that in your mind always.
The same person?
No, with many people
with many
also.
people.
Please don't limit yourself in this
I
life.
agree.
What do you call falling in love? What is infatuation? I love you, I love my daughter, I love my dog. You can fall in love with many things. I love my life.
Right.
So falling in love is your personality. So if you are a loving person, then you can fall in love with anybody. So yes, with Sanjay, maybe started off with infatuation. Maybe he was more persistent, and you know, then I saw the practical side of it. Then you fall in love with the person. Then you hate the person.
I mean, life is long.
Yeah, and marriage is all about, you know, it's going to be like this up and down, and there will be times you don't want to see each other's faces.
Yeah.
That is why I said you have to align on a lot of values, because when those days happen, and you can't stand the person, what are you going to do? You can't just walk out. No. And once children come in the equation,
it's for life then.
That's it. So this is the most important decision you take. As a woman and as girls, my advice to everybody is, don't lay so much emphasis ki my marriage, my life partner, my marriage. It's just one more thing of your life. Okay. Now I look at a woman's life as pie chart, and you need to give equal parts of it to different aspects of your life. Self-development, self-awareness, your career, eventually your children, your family, you know, that's also very important. And that man, don't put yourself all out there. Don't give yourself wholly to the human being, because it's not worth it. You need to keep a part of your energy for yourself and for your own development.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to put all your emphasis on that one person, then you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
Because he's going to continue living his life. It's a woman who leaves her home eventually. And even now, it's a woman mostly who changes her last name. So a lot changes for the girl. What are you keeping for yourself?
And how do you retain that sense of self? Because that's something that scares me a lot. Like, I'm an extremely independent person, and I have a very strong sense of identity.
Right.
So how do you avoid losing your identity to a man or a marriage?
You know, I just feel like there is nobody ever would be perfect.
No, and you can't expect that.
No. So, I mean, I can only talk from my experience. Since I married when I was very young, did I even have a fully developed personality? No.
Not at that age.
Not at that age.
Yeah.
So it is even more easier for you to lose yourself when you're very young and you're just excited and you're getting carried away with all your emotions and the whole love story or whatever it is. And Hindi movies now, Bollywood, that whole Cinderella aspect kind of warps your brain.
Yeah.
There is nothing like a happy ending. Or there's, it starts when you get married, and you have to be very practical. Real life teaches you that what is happening is because you lost yourself. So along the way, my advice to everybody, your age, girls or boys, is to maintain your personality. That is why I said in your courtship period, don't pretend to be somebody else. Okay, be real. Have shared responsibilities with your partner. Have a frank conversation with the person that, listen, I would like to pursue these things. Are you open to joint parenting? Because these days women are also doing things.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
we're
it's
busy.
not.
We're
But I'll tell you something. I'm quite old-fashioned that way. I think the man should run the house, actually.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Please run the house.
Yeah, the man has to run the house in the sense like, I still give the responsibility to the man financially. Everybody's working, so you should have that, and your sports and your habits. Not just because my husband likes to do this, so I'm doing this is not enough.
I was just having a conversation with a good friend of mine, and she was speaking to her boyfriend about possibly having kids in the future. Like they were just having that conversation, and he was like, absolutely, I want to have kids. And she said, I would have kids if I have the surety that both of us are going to equally be responsible for taking care of the child and in recognition of how much work that was going to be. And he was like, no stress. Like we'll get a nanny, like we'll lean on family or friends and everything. And she felt that he didn't adequately ever understand how much ultimately falls to the woman. And she's like, I have so much to do in my life. I have such a big career and I have so many goals. I don't want to get swept away just because this man assumes that everything's going to be taken care of, because his mom was a housewife and his mom's whole life kind of revolved around raising the child. And she's like, that's not the life I see for myself. So until we both get on the same page, that can't happen. And I think it comes down to this generation's women. They derive their sense of self from so much more than just their relation to other people.
Where that is concerned, let me just kind of shed light on that. I don't think men are going to catch up. The only difference is men don't catch up, but you don't care beyond a point. So that
but how is that fair? Like how is it fair to give men the pass ki bhai tumse to ho nahi se raha?
Nahi. See, I'll tell you something. This is a eternal truth. You're a mother. You will be having a certain extra responsibility. So like I said, I would like the man to take care of the house financially. That being said, I am responsible for my children also. I'm the primary caregiver in terms of the values and core system. Yes, they will help me. Well, see, it's a coexistence, at the end of the day. It's a partnership.
You play to your strengths too.
Yeah, as long as you are strong enough to pursue your own dreams without compromising on your family life. Don't live your life depending on the man's validation. Ki, oh my, very good idea. Listen, no one's going to back you up till the business proposal you put forth becomes successful. Okay? When you do well for yourself, then they'll say, idea bura nahi tha. One more important thing I would like to tell women is, you are the Devi of the house. I think women are very, very powerful. And I think women should not underestimate their role in their family lives. There is no home and no family life without that woman of the house. Okay? Yes. You play the pivotal and the most important role in your homes.
Yeah.
So give yourself the importance. If you give yourself that importance, everybody around you will also respect and value your place in the house.
It's very inspiring. Like if you hold yourself in high esteem,
correct,
and you command that dignity.
Yeah.
Like I think so many women tend to lose the dignity, right?
Correct.
Like operate from a space of power.
Yeah.
Like you emanate and you exude power.
Right.
So act like it.
And get used to discomfort. Okay. There would be times there's disagreements, and it's okay. It's okay,
you're stronger than that.
Yeah, and also, I'll tell you, there was a point I didn't want to be the bad one. Like I didn't want to be the one who's disagreeing or this. And now I just enjoy. It's good to be a villain. It's good to be the one who's because men catch on because they have to eventually now. Because everybody wants peace now in the house.
Yeah. Happy life.
Yeah, a good unit, a good family unit.
True.
See, that's where their core values and the matchmaking comes into place.
Yeah. Like you mentioned intentionality. You mentioned that your husband was so decisive. Like, I want to get married. Like, don't marry someone who doesn't want to get married. Like,
so I have
so
many friends who are now in their 30s. Some are even early 40s. Okay, some had failed marriages, some never got married yet.
Yeah.
And so they just saying, guys are just not deciding what to do. 40-year-old man is also looking at the 20-year-old girl. So it's quite warped.
It is.
So that's also one problem which they're facing. Like,
so what does the 40-year-old woman do? Who does she marry? The 60-year-old? The 70-year-old?
No, you find somebody who's aligned and who wants a mature relationship, who doesn't want to be the daddy.
Yeah.
You know, basically.
Yeah. Essentially, like your babysitter.
Yeah. Also, you have someone who's in awe of you and who's not going to point a finger and all. So I'm sure there are enough good people out there.
My mom also said there's nothing wrong in dating someone younger than you.
Why not? Like, look at Priyanka Chopra. She's
thriving. Do you think that our parents can make better decisions for our life partners than we can?
I would say you guys are much better judges of character. Because the exposure you've got as children, thanks to having parents like us, who've been slapped and who've had the bad experiences, is we have ensured our children are brought up in such a manner that they take the right decision. So I don't think parents make better judges of choosing life partners. They can be good in giving you advice and you can bounce it off them. It's an honest platform for you. Parents, I would say, be a non-judgmental platform. Please don't judge and let children find a safe space to come and bounce off their likes and dislikes to you. And it's not a big deal.
The value add that parents do bring is objectivity.
Correct.
Experience and wisdom.
Absolutely.
Like when they know that what life looks like, they have the wisdom to say, you know, maybe don't go for the alcoholic guy. Think about it twice before you go.
You mean to make it more practical? Like don't look at these things in life.
And also tell me to not worry so much about the things that maybe for me is very important. Ki bhai, looks matter a lot. They'll be like, looks matter to an extent. But they'll be like, ki, छोटा है हाइट में तो कोई बात नहीं, right? Like वो मेरे को इन चीजों में समझा देंगे. That's what I value. They also, I feel, should have a say because they have to live with that person for the rest of their lives.
You're marrying the family now.
Yeah, and they have to live with that person.
You know, I'll tell you something. There was a time where you're marrying a boy, you're marrying the family. But now, when you're marrying the girl, you're marrying her mother also.
She comes along with, my mom's coming.
So the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So it's both families now which are very important. So yes, parents play a very good and safe role. Only thing I feel is sometimes women, when they've had bitter marriages and bitter experiences, then they project it on the next generation. And then you don't want too much of their projections in your decisions. Okay, so that's my advice to the parents because we've given enough advice to the young people and kids and everyone out there.
Yeah.
But parents, you know, I mean, everybody should get to experience it on their own. Give your wisdom.
Learn their own lesson.
And learn to cut the cord at, you know, they are your children. It's very important. I understand that. But if you've had a bad experience or if you've had a bitter experience, doesn't mean that you project it and you become a bitter human being.
Right. And that they will necessarily have the same outcome just because it happened to you.
You know, just like recently we heard on Instagram, you know, I guess Jaya Bachchan was telling her granddaughter that marriage is not important. You really don't need to get married. My take on that is, yes, you really don't need to get married. I agree. It's not necessary. But why not? It's companionship. You know, it's so much of fun to have a companion. I get up at 6:30, go for pickleball with my husband. We fight over it. We fight there. I threaten him. He threatens me. That's life. It's banter. You know, I mean, you have a friend. You have a best friend who you gossip with. You do stuff with. And, you know, so for me, marriage is companionship also.
Okay.
Long term.
Sure. You have a son and a daughter.
Yes.
And of course, you have so many other projects going as well. In Indian society, there's a lot of rhetoric around the mother-in-law, daughter-in-law dynamic. So I'll come to your damad later, but I'm interested to know what kind of bahu would you like for, you know, your son?
He's well equipped to pick a life partner on his own. So yes, from my side, my job was to bring him up in that manner so that he gives that respect and love to his life partner. And another important thing in a marriage, whenever you take a lot of nonsense and you carry forward negativity, that's what your children are watching. So that's what your son is going to do to his wife. Your daughter will allow it when her husband does it. I see a lot of homes where my friends say, no, we will not argue in front of the child. Kyun nahi? Why to create a fake image in front of your children? What for? What are you bringing them up for? They should know what life is all about. It's power play, it's fighting, it's relationship. There is energy in it.
And conflict resolution too.
Correct. And
how do you resolve it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm telling you, when they see that home where there's a certain dynamic between both parents, the father and the mother, and a woman stands up for herself, a man eventually learning to kind of adjust to that, a man valuing the woman, which is a daily thing, then the boy also grows up with that kind of mindset.
कि ऐसे ही करूँगा मैं भी आगे जा.
हाँ,
मैं भी adjust करूँगा.
Yeah. See, I've seen two types of people. Okay, I've seen this friend of mine who got married and his father was an alcoholic who used to beat the mother. He doesn't touch alcohol now. So we can't generalize. So what his learning from that was that
मुझे नहीं बनना है.
I will not be like my father. I will not be that man who's going to be the worst father, because some of them have grown up in a traumatic household and they don't want to carry that forward. Right?
That's one way to go.
That's one way. And the others, but this is how my mother did it. So this is how my father did it. तो आपको करना पड़ेगा ये. So yeah, as my daughter-in-law, whatever for my son, I hope I don't have expectations from her. I have expectations from my son. I hope I have brought him up in a good manner, that he should be a good human being and consistent and honest. You know, the thing I keep repeating to my children is values, moral values, being kind, generous. And I think he is all that. I have brought him up in such a manner. I don't think I decide his shirt or his pant or match peno. But a lot of mothers decide even the socks and the underwear.
I know.
Okay. So I don't decide anything for him. So it's going to be very easy for him to kind of do it on his own or get someone else to do it if they want to. So nothing from the girl, only from my own son.
Oh, that's lovely. I mean, anyone would be so lucky to have, you know.
Thank you. And I'll be so busy in my life, I won't even know what's happening.
I know. Let's hear about the damad.
No, but I have a list for my daughter.
Cool.
You know, value system, honesty. He has to keep her happy. She has to also behave well with them.
You happy also.
No, I don't play a role in this. I don't care how he respect,
I think
yes.
he should keep you happy also. Like,
you know, if he keeps her happy, she'll ensure he keeps me happy.
I mean, part of keeping her happy is
keeping the mum happy, but not so much. So I'm looking forward to the son-in-law part also, and to be a mother-in-law to the boy, and how that will be. And as a mother-in-law, I think whether for them, her or him, I don't think I have time. Really, I've given up. I've given a lot of my life. See, I've been working since I'm 14. I was not the mother to pick and drop you from school every day anyhow. I mean, you have to pursue your own interests, and that is why I see my children pursuing their interests.
Totally.
I don't want to live their life.
You're a role model, right? Ultimately.
Yeah, I don't want to be like living their life and interfering in their day-to-day decisions.
Now I will ask you a series of rapid-fire questions.
Chalo.
And I want you to react to them. Live-in relationships before marriage.
Not really.
No.
Why is that to live in? I mean,
Shaadi kar lo.
No, you can go and you can meet the person, spend an afternoon, spend an evening, but why live in with the person? What's the fun then?
Yeah.
What's the excitement? Why get married also?
Correct.
To have like the last name or to have like what?
Paperwork.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not in for live-in relationships.
Valid. Situationships.
That word is, I think, from your generation.
I know. What are the worst inventions we could have come up with?
What is a situationship?
It's like a relationship with no labels or expectations.
But tell me something.
Exclusivity nahi.
My question to you for that is, do men say it's a situationship or do women say it's a situationship?
Depend karta hai, but broad consensus is that in a situationship, there is one person who is in a situationship and one person who's a loser who's sticking around because they are too infatuated with that person to let it go and have self-respect. So like...
नहीं, I think इसमें ये भी होता है ना, then the other partner is delusional.
100%.
नहीं, ये बदलेगा.
कभी ना कभी तो आ जाएगा मेरे साथ.
है ना? He'll realize my value. I'm better than the rest. I'm marriage material.
मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि लड़के जो हैं, if they are very clear and that they want you, they will make it known to you. They will not leave you in a gray area कि कभी शायद मैं करूँगा नहीं करूँगा. They're very like one track that way. Okay, marrying for love or marrying for logic?
I would say you definitely marry for love, but you can't marry a loser. All the L's, no? Love, logic, loser, no. I think it's a mix of both.
Yeah,
it's a mix of both. Yeah.
It's not black and white. Open marriages.
I can't stand that concept. And it's a lot apparently.
It's common apparently.
It's very common.
Bombay में तो हर कोई सी का
No, it's not. You can't define it by Bombay. I would say Delhi में there's a lot. Either you're in the marriage, you have to be sincerely in the marriage and be pure to your partner, be loyal to your partner, be in it. If you're not, if you don't have the capability, have the balls to move on. Women also and men also.
Yeah. Splitting the bill on a first date.
I think that's shit. I'm so clear on that. What a loser.
Yeah.
No.
I'm a princess.
No,
like,
you
I'm
have
not
to,
splitting
that
the bill.
person has to be dropped on the first date.
That. I'll do that. Sex before marriage.
I think it's obvious.
Yeah.
If anybody tells you otherwise, I think they're a liar. It's as simple as that.
All right.
You don't want to marry an important guy, do you?
I don't.
क्या करोगे फिर
क्या करूँगी?
है ना?
What a great place to close. Preeti, thank you so very much for this enlightening conversation. I truly learned so much, and I'm sure our audience has, their eyes have been opened.
Yes, I'm so happy to have offered my life experiences.
All right. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Love Handle. If you enjoyed this video, do be sure to hit subscribe, share it with your friends, and leave in the comment section below what you'd like for us to ask Preeti next time she's on a podcast. Bye.